Alright guys, we are 60% of the way through our jQuery CodeCademy course. We're in jQuery events. jQuery events. Alright. So let's take a look at script.js, make sure you understand what it'll do. Click Save, Submit. Alright, so it's when we click our button, it's going to take our var to add with the input name is equal to message, and we're going to get that value, store it into the add, and then our messages, which is right here, our div messages, it's going to add this paragraph right here. So type your text to add, testing, 1, 2, 3, add, and then bam, it adds it to the div, and if we click it again, it should add it again. Nice. So looks like we understand what's going on there. So your div represents the planet Krypton. This is our div. Make it fade out and fast. Go ahead and do this immediately without the need of a click. So first thing we need to do is get our document ready. Alrighty. And what is our, this is our div, I guess. So we'll say div dot fade out, and we want it to be fast. So you can see it fades out very fast. Alright, rewrite your jQuery code so that Krypton only fades out when you do .click on it. So, again, it's going to be similar to what we did. So we have our document, .ready, with our function. And so the next thing we need to do is, let's see, this dot. Would it be this or the div? Alright, so when we click on the div, dot click, we need a function to do some stuff. So in here, we want to say, we want our div to fade out, and we want it to be fast. So if we did this correctly, when we click this, it should fade out. Cool, it looks like it's working. Test it again, back to the editor. Not too bad, not too shabby. Alright, below your .click event code from the previous lesson, create a new selector. Alright, so below that we want to, so below that we want to create a new selector that applies a hover and have it add class red to Krypton. Alright, so when we hover over the div, .hover, we need that to do some stuff. Function. Oops. And we want to say this div. So what's going on here is this is probably, if we go to our style sheet, just creating an image. Oh, is it an actual image? I was gonna say it's just creating a circle, but apparently it's actually creating an image. But I thought it was just creating a circle. But yeah, so we're going to change the color of that image by adding the class red. So now when we hover it, it should change it to red. When we click it, it still disappears. Bam. Good to go here. So use the double click handler to make our div fade out fast. So same thing here. Set everything up. And we need to call on it. We want to say we're going to say for the div dot our event, which is double click. We want a function to do some stuff. And in here we want to, for that div dot fade out, and how we want it to do it fast. Alright, so now single click doesn't work, double click does. Again, single click, double click. Home about us contact. So we're ready to apply a hover effect to our site navigation. In Script.js, you select our target over menu items. So you can see right here we have some stuff going on here. When we hover over the menu item, so these are divs. So when we hover over div, hover, then our function, let's apply a class of active. So function, and we want to say, well, so for this, that's our current div that we're hovering over. This dot add class active. Don't forget. When our mouse leaves the menu, let's remove the class active. So we're saying do this, and then we're saying this dot do this when you hover, and do this dot remove class so when we hover it changes, when we leave it removes it. Hover, so this way it looks like it's constantly changing, and it is. Not too bad. So what did we do differently? What did we do incorrectly, rather? Was it the semicolon? So it says we're having an error here. I don't see it. This class active. So it looks to me like we're doing all right, but apparently we've made a mistake somewhere. So let's just go ahead and go to the Q&A forum real quick. Hover number 6. Here's why you aren't passing. If your code is working exactly as intended, but you're getting some error, do this. When you click Save and Submit, make sure to hover over one of the titles for 1 to 3 seconds before taking your mouse off, then continue. Okay. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Oh my god. Alright, so we're doing everything right. It just needs a second to see that it's working. I guess. Alright, so in Swift.js, get your document.ready, do 2 things. Alright, so first thing it's asking us to do is get our document good to go. and function. At this point, we've done this enough times that we should kind of have a handle on just memorization of the beginning of this. So turn the input into a jQuery element and call the focus event handle on it. So we're going to say, just input a name here. Text name. Oh, input. So right there. So inputs works just fine. Input, and we're saying dot focus inside your event handler function. All right. So this is a function, and we're going to need it to do some more stuff. We want to call .css on your input element. So input .css, and we want to do some stuff. So we want outline dash color. If I remember correctly, this is how you do it. Pound ff000. Not all browsers have equal CSS implementation, so for this lesson, if you're using Firefox, please follow the instructions. So it may be that this needs to be like this and this. Let's see if that does it. No. This func didn't work last time for us. So let's just go ahead and look at the form real quick, see what's going on here. So that was, let's dot focus. What's wrong? That seems like a good one. So we're doing it correctly. Okay, so maybe this .css which browser are you using? Firefox. Let's see if that fixed it for us. So let's go back here and compare the working example with ours and see what's going on. So document.ready function, we're good there. That works. We're getting the input, and we're saying when it's focused. Oh, take out the brackets there. And add a 0, and we're good. So see now, when it's on focus, I guess, is the keyword for when you have an item selected. And you can see it turns to red. Not bad. So after setting up with the document.ready call, alright. So again, document.ready function. We want the whole document object to respond whenever a key is pressed. Call .keydown event on document. Alright, so we're saying when the document .keydown, we need a function. And inside your Keydown, animate your div. We want the div to .animate. And with the same inputs as above. So let's just copy this. So apparently it's going to go left 10 pixels and then 500. So document dot event function, the div your event is your Keydown. Okay. Effect is animate. Semicolon. Semicolon. Let's try it again. See if that was it. Press. Oh, I forgot to hit. So you see, when I press the key down, I was clicking. Now our thing is moving. Cool. All right, let's get started. First, get your document ready. Oh my God, the Mario! They're bringing out the Mario. That's great. I'm eagerly excited to get this working now. So, and then function. In our function, we do some shit. We'll do some shit in a second. So we set it up. Good. Inside your document ready setup, call Keydown event on the document. Same thing we did a second ago. So we're saying for our entire document dot Keydown we want a function to do some shit. Pass Keydown of what's the function? Here's the twist. Your function should take a single input key, which will help jQuery figure out which key. So for the key, where event is Keydown. So for the key, do we set key? Complete your code for up, right, and down. Oh my God, switch statements, nice. All right, so case 37, left arrow. So parse int key which. So we're gonna do something similar here. Oops. So let's copy this line of code. So when we press the left arrow, we want this is left arrow is pressed, so we want this to be up maybe. We'll do plus 10p or top. Is it left, right, bottom, top? I think it's I think that's it. So we'll say top. Fast, alright, and then break. And then when the right arrow is pressed, Control C, we want to move it to the right. And then again one more time here, except this is for the down arrow and this is bottom. And the right we want it to go plus, up is plus, left is minus, and bottom is minus as well. So let's see if we did that correctly. So if we move to the right, nope, that didn't work correctly. All right, so why didn't it work? So we have right here, plus 10 pixels. So move our image, which is this, any image we have, animate it to move right 10 pixels and do it fast. So I think this is right. Let's try one more time. Huh. Alright, so now we need to get the key. Oh, 37, case 37, case 38. So maybe that's where we need to change our case. But I don't know what the left arrow key on the keyboard is case 37 to the computer. The right one is case 38. Okay, so this is already taken care of. But it's still not working. Let me try one more time. Maybe I have to turn numlock off. Nope. That's still not working. So let's go back to the editor and let's see. This is 11 of 12 filling out the cases. Let's see what's going on here. The main event. Very dry. So we're doing everything right. This is a common occurrence here. I see the sensor extension of such things direct sense CSS. Scope. Exit out this, exit out this. See one more time. What's going on? Won't pass. It is it so important for my code? Write code but won't pass. I pass but Mario won't move. You'll have to change 37 left arrow. Let's see here. Did we have that correct? I believe we do. So our left arrow is minus 10px. Our top is minus. So this needs to be minus 10px. Oh, then our. Oh. Okay, so we're doing left and. So if we go left and right instead of. Okay, so let's do left and top, and it should work because it sounds like right now what we're doing is we're canceling it out. So it might be a little easier to understand if we're just moving things left plus 10 left or minus 10 left. Let's see if that fixes it. Instead of doing left, right, left, right. Okay, and now when we go full screen, it should go. It's not moving still. But it looks like some other people are having the same issue. So let's see. Let's full screen this shit. Oh, up and down it's moving. Oh, there it goes. So there's our Mario. And he's going, dude. He's going like you would not believe. And he's going and going and going. Alright, so our Mario object now moves. Nice. Cool stuff. What happened? It's just working. Alright, so we finished that. And that's all, folks. Click save and submit. Code to rescue the princess, or finish this later. This later. So cool. We finished our jQuery events. At this time, it should be getting a little bit more familiar. Up next, we're doing something called You Know This. And we're probably just going to be working around with more events and more styling for HTML. But so far, I really like jQuery. It's a little short section. But I feel confident enough that I could actually implement this on my own site. And I probably will in the short future. As always, comments, questions, concerns, WordPress topics, and anything constructive is always appreciated. And I'll see you guys next video. And don't forget to subscribe.